Greetings, fellow Ambazonians. This is the spokesperson of the Ambazonian Governing Council, Capo Daniel. I want to send out this short video reaction to a tweet put out by Ambassador Tibor Nagy, the former Undersecretary of State for African Affairs in the United States. Ambassador Tibor Nagy is highly respected and have been championing the call for the plight of the people of Ambazonia. While we welcome that, I want to point out to our people that the recent trend of people calling on for referendum as a permanent solution to the Ambazonian war of independence have no place within the Ambazonian nationalist movement. The Ambazonian Governing Council position is that for something called for referendum, it can only come from the Republic of Cameroon. Only the state of Cameroon should make such proposition, and those who want to campaign for referendum should move their campaign within the camp of the state of Cameroon and not Ambazonia, because referendum as a matter of international law is an eternal issue that will require constitutional changes within the state of Cameroon functioning under its sovereignty. Ambazonia is a sovereign state that have been recognized internationally by the United Nations, and the United States of America had voted in acts in the United Nations that recognizes the sovereignty, independence, and the territorial integrity of Ambazonia. There is international treaty that demarcates our border separate from Cameroon. Cameroon had her independence separately from Ambazonia, and we cannot ask for a referendum from this perspective. We will continue to fight for the complete decolonization and the return of our sovereignty from the state of Cameroon. Now, there is another big mistake that Tibor Nagy have made. The international community and Ambassador Tibor Nagy should understand that the Ambazonians diaspora are an integral part of our community back home. The vast majority of our diaspora population are people who have fled away from the war and from Cameroon persecution. They form an integral part of Ambazonia. Just like the Ukrainians who have fled their country, they form an integral part of Ukraine. There should be no distinction between Ambazonians in the diaspora and those who are in our country. We are one and the same. While it is true that the forces of the IG factions have dissociated themselves from their structure in the diaspora, that is not true for all Ambazonian forces. The Ambazonian Defense Forces are under the strong command and control of the Ambazonian Governing Council, and they will continue to be so. We have the largest military presence on the ground. The huge amount of population that came out together with our forces have demonstrated a clear mandate from our people in the areas we control to represent our state interests. The Ambazonian Governing Council, in concert with the various missions across the globe, will continue to push for the complete decolonization of our territory and the withdrawal of the state of Cameroon from sovereign Ambazonian territory. This should be clear. Those who want to campaign for referendum, they should go and campaign for Cameroon to accept referendum. But as for us Ambazonians, we are a state. We have our recognized state. We will fight to exert our sovereignty. And that does not have any place for a call or a campaign for referendum. Of course, we know that the vast majority, over 97% of our people, wants absolute independence, and they want it now. We will fight for the will of our people. We will fight for what they stand for. But for us to demand or ask a referendum, it is not in our place, because that will mean acknowledging or affirming Cameroon constitutional or sovereign claim over Ambazonia, which they don't have. Ambazonia is a sovereign state, and we will fight to exert our sovereignty while we wait for the international community to come to the reality of the legality of our case and the rightness of our cause and the justness of our fight. God bless you all.